Streaming.
It's the R&B Show, the podcast dedicated to prep sports in the USA Today Network, Wisconsin area, and beyond. Featuring Ricardo Arguello.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, eating up all the food.
And Brett Christopherson.
This guy threw at his own kid in a father-son game.
Produced by Jim Rosendick.
The once great chef, now a study in muffishness.
And Trent Tetzloff.
Oh, you can count. Good for you.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
And now, the best dang prep sports duo in Wisconsin. Here's Ricardo and Brett.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. I'm back, Brett. I'm back from the big city, from the Big Apple, New York City. By the way, guys, rats the size of cats over there.
That's a big
It was
rat.
Amazing. I took the subway. It was fantastic. I cannot tell you. You all have to go visit there sometime in your life to come out there. Like I said, walk through the substation or take the subway, go up through 42nd and Times Square, and then look out there at Times Square. It's an unbelievable experience, Brett. You should do it one time in your life. Will you please get out of the house?
I have no interest in going beyond Northeast Wisconsin right now.
Did you actually eat at the Seinfeld?
Yes, and let me tell you,
the deli?
the deli, Tom's Diner,
Yeah.
terrible food. I big thumbs down. I'm not really, I don't really have a very sophisticated palate, as it were, but I had their basic breakfast. First off, it was, for me and my girlfriend Sam, $35 basically for breakfast.
Wow.
And it was subpar. But
Dang.
the place is pretty cool outside, and the people are wonderful.
Do they have any
well, there you
Seinfeld signage inside? Any references to the TV show?
The only thing that they have is I was talking to the waiter. He showed me the exact booth where Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David would come like after the shows.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
And talk. This was before they made it big.
Sure.
Where they would formulate the show. He showed me the exact table where they would be at.
Oh, nice.
So that's kind of cool. But the inside looks nothing like Seinfeld's show. That was on studio at wherever Castle Rock or whatever their entertainment.
Like the
studio
Brady
was.
Bunch house.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, the inside of the Brady Bunch house isn't.
I think HGTV bought the Brady Bunch house.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the inside is nothing like what you saw.
Yeah, I was
on
going to
TV.
say, because they had that big rising staircase, and it never made sense how that house is so low and you have that huge staircase.
The magic of television, Rosie.
I just want to
yeah.
say, Ricardo, that we didn't miss you.
No,
last
I know
week.
you didn't
We-
miss
we-
me. I
we
heard
handled
you
it just
roasting
fine.
me the entire show.
We handled it just fine.
Well, episode number 16 of our second season, the only podcast dedicated to high school sports in the Fox Valley area. I'm your co-host, Ricardo Arguello. Alongside with me is Brett Christopherson. Don't forget about Jim Rosendick and Trent Tetzloff, also producing the show, all part of USA Today Network Wisconsin. And Brett, I got to thank Mike Sherry for stepping in.
How about
last
giving
week.
me some thanks, huh?
Can I get to it?
Yeah.
You mind? All right.
It's about me.
Let me thank Mike Sherry for stepping in. And then, of course, you, Brett, for semi-what staying on script.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
I provided you a script and
I
you
didn't
don't
want
even
your
go by it.
script.
All right.
I'm pretty good at building scripts, I think.
Okay, all right,
So I can
Mr.
handle
Packer
it.
Show. Okay, yes, but well, here's a couple of topics that we're going to talk about. The basketball upheaval, Brett, because yesterday was a big day, local-wise, some teams, some prize wins, some prize losses. We're going to talk about that real quick. Top stories from this past fall season. You guys didn't get to that last week, Brett. I put it
I didn't
on the
like the
itinerary
category,
for you.
that's why.
All right, I just sit there, listen to my hotel room in Queens, and I saw that you guys didn't even get to it. I was very,
wasn't
very
interested.
upset. And then we'll finish it up with a little bit of a preview of our roundtable with Menasha Hoopsters Jake Everson. Have we finalized how we pronounce his last name?
Let's call him Jake Everson until he tells us it's Everson.
All right.
But
And then-
he's a high-scoring basketball player right now, averaging, almost 30 a game?
30 a game, and Ben Romnick averaging 25 points a game.
Big win for the
We're
Blue
excited to
Jays
have
last night.
Menasha on. We obviously give a lot of love to their football team because it's outstanding. But
Had
now
a nice win last night.
got to do it with the boys hoops team. So also, we're going to end it with our fantasy draft. Now, let me tell you something. I was a little upset at some of the picks last week. First off, Drake, really?
Yeah.
That's an overrated artist to you, Rosie? And then Nirvana.
Sorry.
How could you pick Nirvana as an overrated artist? I don't
All I have
get
to
it.
say is I won. So.
Okay, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't like some of the picks. But anyway, this week's fantasy draft is favorite high school mascots in Wisconsin. So I know, Brett, that's what the one you really wanted to do last
Yeah,
week.
that's a good way.
We'll do it this week
This
now.
is our last podcast of the 2018
Oh, that's true.
calendar
So
year, right?
let's have it
We
set up.
want to go out on.
Who's going to have the first pick? That's what we got to decide. I think, Trent, did you have it last week?
No, I was second.
Okay.
I have no idea who had it.
It
Okay.
was. I think we gave
Yeah,
it
it
to
was
Mike.
Mike. Yeah.
Give it to Mike. Okay. And I think last time, Brett, did you have the first
I don't recall.
We'll
You're the one that's
we'll just
supposed to keep
we'll
stats on
reboot
this
it.
Stuff. It's your.
It is my show. Brett will have it. Brett will go first. Rosie second. Trent's third. Okay. So start thinking
Works
about
for me.
those mascots out there, and then we're gonna put the list out there on Twitter for everyone to vote on because I don't want to just have a say in it. I want everyone out there in Twitterverse to have a vote on it. You see, we had over 100 votes in our last one, so that was kind of cool.
We take exception to you doing that because it's pretty clear, Ricardo, that when you put it on your Twitter account, your followers are going to vote for you to win. So we don't have a chance to win.
No,
do
but
we, guys? I mean,
this
seriously.
time it's going to be you three though, so it's going to be fine.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's you three. So pick
we'll
it.
see.
All right, let's get on to the topics here. Basketball upheaval. G10 rankings that I have right here that I put together. If you can get that on camera here, Rosie. They can't see it, but check Tuesday's Post-Crest or any of the G10 newspapers. G10, you'll see my power rankings for the schools. And I heard last week you guys had some issues. I know Brett did with Kimberly not being first.
I thought Kimberly should be first. We talked about
Well,
it
you're
on,
wrong.
on the webcast last night. Well, you can define again what you mean by pound for pound when you're talking about a Division III school versus a Division I. You have Waupun, which is one of the favorites for sure to win the Division III state championship, along with Racine St. Catherine's. I know they're highly touted as well, but I guess I would put Kimberly just above Waupun. But you're saying Waupun has really destroyed most of its opponents.
This is what I mean by pound for pound. Now, this is boxing vernacular, okay? When you think about the top boxers in history, right? We think of what? Ali, of course, right?
Mike Tyson,
Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yep.
You know, some of these
Rocky,
Joe Louis.
Rocky Balboa.
No, not Rocky Balboa.
Apollo Creed.
No,
What?
Apollo Creed would have beat Rocky if he was in his prime. No, I'm not even going to start about that. That's not what the show's
Jack
about.
Dempsey, all those guys.
Okay, yes, but there are some outstanding middleweight boxers. Now, of course, a middleweight against a heavyweight is going to lose. What I mean by pound for pound is how those individual boxers fare against their competition. So, in my opinion, Waupun is faring better against their competition than Kimberly is against theirs. That's how I measure those teams, and that's why I kind of throw them all in together. You know, when you have a Division IV team, Ron Colley's in there. That's why they're third. Would they beat Kimberly? Of course not. They would not beat Kimberly, a Division I school. But in terms of who they go against in their own enrollment size, they're more dominating than Kimberly is going against their Division I.
Fair enough.
Opponents. There you go.
Makes
That's
sense.
what pound for pound means. All right. So, but yesterday we had some upsets, Brett.
Well,
especially on the girls' side.
Luxembourg Casco taking down Wrightstown.
Taking down Wrightstown girls, I had them ranked very high. Kimberly girls go down. The number one ranked team goes down, Brett, to Appleton East. Good to see the Patriots getting a big win. And the freshman, La Chapelle.
Yeah.
Give her some love, Brett.
Well, she's doing fantastic. Again, and we talked about there's a lot of talent on the girls' side. We saw it last night when we did the Hortonville game against Appleton North. Macy McGlone, only a junior. Cammie Pepler, a freshman point guard who's
She's good.
Been
She's
a
very
spark
good.
plug. Now you add La Chapelle to it. A lot of, Hortonville starts 4 underclassmen or 4 kids that will be back in that starting lineup next year, and they're ranked, third in Division II in the latest coaches poll. So good to see Appleton East is kind of maybe flying under the radar, but maybe not so much anymore, and taking down Kimberly. That was pushed, that we streamed in December 4th by a very good Hortonville team.
Yeah, they were.
So it just goes to what we were saying earlier this season. Boys side, girls side, it doesn't matter. The races are wide open right now. It's going to be crazy going down the stretch.
It is, and you know that when we got back to the office, that score shocked me. Now I think maybe that's more about Appleton East kind of becoming. They're a very young team, becoming kind of a powerhouse in the making. So that was a big one. Then the Wrightstown team, that was a little bit of a shock. Luxembourg Casco has the UWGB recruit Cassie Schultz. We know about that. She's a great athlete.
Is she going to GB or Milwaukee?
No, I think she's going to GB.
Is she going to GB? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look it up, but Cassie Schultz had 23 points to lead Luxembourg Casco. 71-67 victory over Wrightstown. What a game. I mean, it was back and forth. And talk about two high-scoring teams. Look at that score in the second half. Wrightstown edges the Spartans 42-41. That's a lot of points scored in that second half. Schultz had 23. Carly Cole-Ross had 21 for the Spartans. Jenna Jorgensen 15, so 3 kids in double figures. Wrightstown had 4 kids. Ella Denny leading the way with 26 and Bridget Trolke 17.
Friends of the show, friends of the Varsity Roundtable.
Megan Reha with 13 and Autumn Denny with 10. So you talk about heavyweights and using a boxing analogy. That's what we saw last night between 2 of the top teams in what is a very crazy Northeastern Conference. I'm going to pull up the standings here in a second. You've got Freedom now unbeaten at 6-0. Then Wrightstown and Luxembourg Casco 6-1, 5-1 respectively. Don't forget about the Mustangs. Little Shoot under Shane Knutson, 5-2 overall, 4-2 in league play. It's kind of mirroring what we're seeing on the boys' side on the Northeastern as well. It's kind of an open race, and it's going to be fun.
Now, yes, I'm looking at number 2 Bayport. They won yesterday, I believe. So yes, I will. Talking girls, I will be putting Bayport number 1. I know there's some Bayport coaches, at least on the football side, that listen to the podcast because they were giving us grief a month or 2 ago. Remember that, Rosie? They were talking about how I kind of was slamming Bayport a little bit. Yeah. But listen, yes, they're going to be number 1 now that Kimberly has taken that loss. So yes, so I don't want to hear any complaining. I will put Bayport number 1, Brett, going into next week.
What's your thing? Is a loss the worst thing in the world right now
to Appleton East
for a Kimberly team?
No, it's not. In that respect, no, it's not. I already told you, Brett. We really shouldn't be ranking teams until after January anyway. But
it's always a weird stretch right now too because you got the holidays coming up and the schedules aren't what we're going to see in January and February when they get regular 2 games a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday type stuff. Right now it's sort of a game here, a game there, and then now you're going to have the big lull coming up next week.
And then some teams are on those holiday breaks where they go to Florida and things like that.
When we talked about it last week with Mike Sherry being here on the boys' side, Sussex Hamilton with the great Patrick Baldwin. Their first game was last week.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. You did mention that.
First game of the season.
Okay.
So it's just kind of helter skelter. Some teams have played a lot. Some teams haven't played a lot. And, you're right. I think now once you flip the calendar, get into a rhythm, now I think the cream will rise to the top, as they say, and we're going to see who tries to separate themselves. But I'm still convinced, whether it's the FVA boys, FVA girls, Northeastern boys, Northeastern girls, and maybe even the Bay Conference, because we're seeing some interesting things developing in the Bay and the boys' side especially, I don't think we're going to really have a good feel for who's going to emerge as champions in those leagues until we get mid-February.
Remember Patrick Baldwin last year? Ooh, he's a good player.
Yeah, he's a very good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. Let's hopefully he stays in state because that kid's got skills.
He's one of the top recruits in the country.
And so Brett, real quick, any surprises for you? Any surprise player or team? I know mine is Appleton East for team wise anyway. And then for players, I got to look to our Menasha guys who are just blowing up.
I'm going to say, let me get to. Well, I said it last week as far as surprises, and I'm going to pull it up here. I've got the WIS Sports website here. I'm going to go to the Bay Conference, but it is for me the Menasha boys and what they're doing.
They're 5-2 now.
They're 5-2. They held on to beat Shawano last night. So you look at the top of the league. Seymour was the consensus of Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook had Seymour picked to win that division.
Are you saying the Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook has been wrong?
Well, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Look at the Northeastern side on the boys. Nobody expected Luxembourg Casco to be a one-loss team right now and near the top with Freedom. By the way, a big game coming up tomorrow night between NEC rivals Freedom and Little Shoot.
That's true.
And then I think Denmark and Luxembourg Casco play. So they're all going to beat each other up. And if Little Shoot can get a big win, then it really creates a logjam near the top. It'll be a 5-6 team race. But look at the Bay Conference on the boys' side. Menasha 3-0 and 5-2 overall. So you got Seymour, Menasha at the top at 3-0, and then Xavier next at 2-0. But then you look at overall, Seymour 4-3, Menasha 5-2, Xavier 3-2. So who knows what that's going to end up being. But Jacob Everson from Menasha, 30.4 points per game average. Ben Romnick, he's third in the conference at 25.4. Talk about a dynamic duo.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk to them later on in the show, later tonight on the Varsity Roundtable. Both those guys are coming on, talk about the great season they've been having, trying to turn around Menasha basketball. And great to see my guy, Sam Kozlowski, first-year coach over there at Menasha. He was a great player for St. Mary Catholic or St. Mary Central at the time. Back then it was St. Mary Central.
The Zephyrs.
Yeah, heck of a player and very exciting. And like as I mentioned, he's married to Lisa Kahn, the other St. Mary Central athlete.
And you said they have a baby.
They have a baby. That kid is going to be a heck of an athlete. I'm telling you that right now. He's going to be a super athlete. Because if you remember Lisa Kahn, she set the scoring record for soccer.
Oh man,
for soccer at St. Mary Central. So
guys, I said that on the webcast.
You're getting old, Brett.
Trent, I remember covering Sam Kozlowski in high school, and now he's a father.
He's aging before your eyes right now.
I mean, that's crazy. You got Chris Kellett doing the same thing at Appleton North. He's got kids. I remember covering him when he was an athlete at Neenah High School. Now he's a head coach at Appleton North. The weird thing is, those guys are getting older, and I'm staying so young. It's amazing.
Right. Okay.
It's amazing.
Just don't age. The ageless wonder.
By the way, Menasha beats Shawano last night on the boys' side, 71-68 in overtime.
I saw that. I was hoping that was going to be the case because I don't want those guys coming on after a loss and being all upset and things like that. But no, it's after a win they're going to be very excited.
Can I say Everson had 29 and 12 of 21 shooting. That's a game, and also had 12 rebounds. And Romnick 23 points, 8 of 14 shooting. that's the thing too. Menasha only took 11 3-point shots, so they're doing everything inside that 3-point arc. They're a team that likes to attack and slash and really push the tempo.
And before we move on to our next topic, let's give Sam Kozlowski credit, or whoever does, for putting the stats on the site so we can use them, actually. Thank you.
That's a big resource. So coaches that are listening out there, we need those stats to be inputted in WisSports.net because they are very valuable when we're doing Varsity Roundtable and our Varsity Game of the Week stuff.
All right, our next topic is top stories from this past fall season. I'm going to have all you guys give me your thoughts, okay, on this one. Brett, did you want to start? Here's just a couple ones to keep in mind here. The ones that I just kind of jotted down. We all know about Kimberly's win streak snapping and then the championship streak snapping, Kimberly football. Xavier's Claire Fakamad, she won the Division II girls golf title. That's a big story. Nina won the boys cross-country title. Avocero, the diving champ from Nina as well. Those are just a couple of anything kind of stick out in your mind, Brett?
Kimberly is the top story without a doubt. We streamed that Week 1 game against Fond du Lac. That was Fond du Lac snapped that state record 70-game winning streak. We were there at
Thousands were
Stadium.
watching on our live stream.
We had tens of thousands watching that game, and it came down literally to the last second. A field goal with 1 second remaining. Jared Shebrol, the talented kicker for Fondy, wins it. That was also the nation's longest winning streak at the time. That was 1A, and then 1B was Kimberly's almost state record streak of consecutive championships was snapped in the loss to Muskego. Kimberly was trying to make it 6 straight, which would have tied Stratford for the most consecutive state titles in state history. Those two stories by far were tops in the fall.
And Fond du Lac snapping that win streak. Remember that? They never did use our CBS never did. Or who was it that wanted to use
CBS? CBS wanted it for the Packer game for the victory. The 2-point conversion in overtime that Kimberly tied it or got the touchdown after Fond du Lac had scored the touchdown to open overtime, and then Steve Jones showing that he's a tough guy, he's a tough dude, because I never would have done it. The pass from Cody Stark have been
and then USA Today, USA Sports actually used when Fondy broke they wanted like the info from that. That's what I got them confused with.
Right, but CBS, we gave them the clip of the game-winning 2-point conversion in overtime, and they didn't run
Didn't even use it.
I was actually watching the Packer game, expecting to see our coverage live, national TV, and they blew it.
Was that the only reason you watched the Packer game, Brett?
Well, no, because we do have the Packer show that I have to keep tabs on what's going on as well. But still, I was very disappointed. It ruined my day that day.
Oh, you're always disappointed. Quit being so grumpy. All right, here we go. Yeah, well, that I agree with you, but it can't be anything other than the Kimberly streak being snapped. Though I will say this, that the Xavier girls golfer winning that D2 title, that was an incredible achievement. I think it's the first time it's happened for Xavier, so that was a big feather in her cap. Rosie, anything stick out for you? I'm going to guess it's going to be Kimberly, though.
It's got to be the Kimberly thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got to be Kimberly.
All right, look at that. We got a unanimous sweep.
It was another fall in which this area, Northeast Wisconsin and the Fox cities in particular, really dominated at the state level. We had a lot of Kimberly boys volleyball made it to state.
True.
How many we had Little Shoot and Kimberly girls at the state volleyball at the Resch Center. So we saw great cross-country performances on both sides and then throughout the divisions. So as I was saying before, we're pretty fortunate. We have so many high-quality teams, athletes, and coaches that we can cover, and we're going to honor those at the May 8th Wisconsin High School Sports Awards show that we've already started to put together. It's going to take place right across the street from the Post Crescent.
That's right.
The Fox Cities Performing Arts Center. Looking forward to that.
And we have a guest speaker that you can't say.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
Okay, all right. We'll keep it under lock and key.
I
don't know.
No news?
Yes. Yeah. We'll keep you in suspense.
At some time it will be released, but I don't know when.
Well, good stuff, guys. Hey, look. Let's talk. First off, we'll preview a little bit of our Menasha hoopsters, Jake Everson and Ben Romnick. Now, when I talked to Sam Kozlowski about this, he was very excited. He's a very excitable guy. I don't know if you know this. He's a real high-energy guy. Tall. He's like, 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". I remember Sam Kozlowski.
I just remember doing a story with him where I took him on in a shooting contest.
And you lost.
And I said I might have purposely lost just to make him look good.
Listen to this guy.
Sam.
All right.
No, I wouldn't do that.
But anyway, yeah, he was very excited to have the two guys on. I told him, hey, this is our first time we're having anyone other than football players on the show. He couldn't believe it. He loved it. He couldn't wait. What can I do to help?
Tell him to bring the whole team.
I told him to bring the whole team, so that might happen. He hasn't gotten back to me yet on that. So
I bet you he does.
That'd be great. Yeah. So if you're listening right now, Sam, please bring all the guys are invited to come on down and watch it. We always have the girls. They always come, bring their whole team and stuff. So it's a whole lot of fun. But yeah, I can't wait to have Jake and Ben here on the show to talk Menasha hoops. All right, guys. Fantasy draft time, quick. Favorite high school mascots in Wisconsin. This is the order.
Right?
/ nicknames. That's right, nicknames. So this is the order. Brett.
Okay.
Rosie and Trent. No offense, young man, but you're bringing up the rear this time. But that's how we'll go. So let me put this down. So Brett,
Trent's as cool as a cucumber.
he is. Actually, I don't think he
nothing
minds
phases
being
him.
third,
Not
do you?
worried. You
No.
get two picks back.
It's not
to
even
back.
phased. There's no sweating, nothing
That's
back
fine.
here. He's just whatever.
The worst position is being that middle because you can't get back-to-back picks.
No.
Although
But
being
I'll survive.
first is not exactly advantageous either.
Well, you want to give it up? You want
No,
you want
I'll
Trent to
take
be
it.
first? All right. Well, then
Because
don't be
I'd be like,
complaining.
I can't believe you took that
Okay.
guy first.
So anyway, this is high school mascots in the state. Don't be going out of state. All right.
Nope.
This is just in the state.
A lot of good
Okay.
ones in the UP, by the way. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, you can't
A lot
use
of
them.
good
no.
ones.
I won't.
The Maroons, isn't there a
There's
team
a lot of
named
weird ones up
Maroons,
there.
the Speed
Okay.
Boys.
The Speed Boys. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Okay, here we go. So again, you're picking high school mascots throughout the state of Wisconsin. This is going to test your knowledge. So Trent, I hope you did a little bit of research. You did. Look at him shaking his head.
ready.
The young kid, he
He's
did
got
the
a
research.
list.
I knew beforehand, but I'll.
Good,
We
because
talked about it last week.
We're a
to
bunch
be
of
honest.
old guys, but Trent's a young guy, so I don't know if he was very familiar with other mascots. But here we go. Brett, you have the first pick. Your pick, high school mascots.
It's the consensus top seed overall of the tournament. It is no doubt is the greatest mascot ever. It is the Rhinelander Hodags.
The Hodags
the
of
mythical
Rhinelander.
beast,
Yes.
the Hodags.
Okay.
It's everybody's favorite.
Okay.
It is.
Very good first round pick. Rosie, you're next.
I'm going to go with the Hurley Midgets.
The midgets.
thought Mitch.
I don't know if your Hodags is up there with the midgets sitting
Oh,
right
it
there.
is.
Okay, I have one in mind, by the way, and if any of you pick it, you might just have the inside track. All right?
Oh, okay.
So Rosie goes with the midgets. First off, can I ask something here? I've never been up to Hurley. Have you been up to Hurley?
Oh, yeah. Tons of times.
Can I ask what their mascot is?
Oh, I've never seen the mascot.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's very PC. I
Yeah.
don't think you can use that. But all right. Trent, your first round pick.
Okay, so you might have to help me out with the pronunciation of the name, but it's the Shaquamagan Screaming Eagles.
Wow, screaming, not just eagles.
Oh, they're screaming.
They're screaming. I can't even
Eagles
pronounce it.
and they're
I can't even
screaming.
pronounce that
Shawamigan,
town.
I think is how you say it.
Shawamigan,
Shawamigan.
yeah.
We've used that as
okay.
a hard to pronounce.
on the Packer show.
Clubhouse
That's
Live,
right.
yeah.
Has anyone ever got
Clubhouse.
that right?
Nope. I remember John Kuhn said Chequamagan.
Chequamagan. That's
Yeah.
close. Okay, you get another pick there, Trent.
I got to stay close to home with the Kakana Galloping
that's
Ghost.
Galloping
Oh,
Ghost.
that's
That's a great
a good
pick.
one.
Great pick. Okay, Trent, Rosie, you're up next.
I am going to go with. I'm going to go with the Tomahawk Hatchets.
That's
The
a good one.
Hatchets. There we
Had
go.
that one, too.
Love that one. Okay, Brett, you have two, my friend.
I'm going. This is a historic name, and if you don't know about how this nickname came about, I suggest looking it up. But I remember learning about it in history class. But I'm going with the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes.
The Old Abes, I know
Ooh.
what they are.
Love that one.
Good
one.
Giant
Abes.
eagle on the
Yep.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I got it right here. It was the mascot of the 8th Wisconsin Volunteer Infantry
Okay.
Regiment and the American Civil War.
Oh, right. That you're trying to
That
sway me
pretty
there.
much
I don't care.
locks it for me
I don't
right-
care.
right then
You're-
and there.
I'm the one
Always
picking,
looking for
so it
the
doesn't
inside
matter.
edge.
And then I'm going back with one of my all-time favorites. I'm going with the Fall Creek Crickets.
Oh, there you
Crickets
go.
are good.
Stealing them from right on under me,
Yes.
Brett.
Okay.
The cricket. How can you go wrong with the crickets?
You
Okay.
can't. You can't.
I'm gonna run through all your list before we do the last pick, okay? But Rosie, your third round pick.
I'm going to go with. For some reason, this one sticks out to me. The Auburndale Apaches.
The Apaches are cool. Which is odd because the Apaches, the tribe's nowhere around here.
No, it's all Southwest.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
Okay.
get it, but
Yeah. Okay, Trent, your third round pick.
I love this one too. The Wabino Log Rollers.
The Log Rollers. There you go. That's a small school, by the way. Okay, so here's what we have. Everyone's first three picks. Brett, yours are the Hodags, Rhinelander Hodags, Eau Claire, Old Abes Memorial, right? Eau Claire Memorial,
Memorial,
Old
yeah.
Abes. Fall Creek Crickets.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
done. I've won
Be
it already.
quiet. I'm the one picking it. Rosie's has the Hurley Midgets, the Tomahawk Hatchets. Is that what it was?
Yep.
And then the Auburndale Apaches, Mark Tauscher's former
Yep.
school. And then Trent is, I couldn't even pronounce the name, the Shawamagan, whatever.
Shawamagan.
The
That was good.
Screaming Eagles. Kakana Galloping Ghosts, going with some local flavor there. And then the Wabino Log Rollers. Okay, Trent, your fourth round pick.
Okay, so God, this one's so tough.
None of you have picked the one that would have
It
been my number
doesn't
one.
matter.
No, it does matter because I'm the one choosing the winner.
Okay,
All
this,
right.
this one just sounds cool. The Washburn Castle Guards.
Yeah.
Castle Cards is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Where is Washburn? I have no clue.
Is that up north, northwest? I want to say. I don't know. I have to look.
If no one knows where the city is, just say northwest. It's up north somewhere. All right, Rosie.
I'm gonna have to go with the Horicon Marshmen.
The Marshman's cool. Yes, I'm very familiar with them. Okay, Brett. And by the way, no one has picked it yet, but go ahead, Brett.
I'm going with true Wisconsin heritage. How can you go wrong with the Monroe Cheesemakers?
It's true. It's true.
Well, I will tell you this. None of you picked my number one pick, so you're all basically at the same level in that way.
Was it the Kohler Blue Bombers?
No, it was the Cuba City Cubans.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you missed that. The Cuba City Cubans. How could you not pick that?
Because in this era of political correctness, I shy away from that stuff.
What are you talking about? It's still their mascot. It's not. It's
like,
not like their mascot's Fidel Castro walking around. All right. Anyway,
be careful with stuff.
Okay, here we go. Let's run by these lists
I thought you
again.
were putting these on Twitter. You're not picking the winner.
I am. I'm going to pick a winner, but then I'm going to have the Twitter vote as well.
It always changes.
No, it's
every
not
week.
changing.
Yeah.
You just don't
New
listen.
rules.
Get your ear thing
Stop
adjusted.
it.
You didn't like the Elkhart Lake Glen Beulah Resorters?
The Resorters are
I
cool.
thought about how about the Clintonville Truckers? I thought about that one too.
That's a good one too.
You thought about it, but you didn't put it in there.
No,
You put
but
it in
there's so many
Cheesemakers.
good ones out there.
Okay, so anyway, here's Brett's picks: Hodags, Old Abes, Crickets, Cheesemakers. Rosie's
Done.
the Midgets, Hatchets, Apaches, and Marshmen. And Trent's the Screaming Eagles, Galloping Ghosts, Log Rollers, and Castle Guards. Very, 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 very good list, all three of you. All right, I'm going to go with the third place list. Trent, you're the third place list.
Oh, my God.
Listen, and it had nothing to do with your pick so much as it had to do with some of these other guys were just a little bit more unique in some of their things here. Okay, so that's why I went though Castle Guards. I can't remember any team ever being called the Castle Guards.
No.
Okay, but it was close though. Okay, second place. I got to go, Rosie. You're second place. Okay, listen, the Midgets. And maybe I'm thinking a little PC here. I don't know if midgets can. First off, I'm surprised they still have that name.
I am too, actually.
Okay. Midgets, Hatchets, Apaches, Marshmen. It was more so because Brett had Hodags. Hodags is the most original name you're ever going to find. It's a mythical beast. It's an incredible. It's always been one of my favorite ever. If any of you, I'll tell you this, if any of you had picked Cubans, you would have been it, though, because that was my personal favorite.
You can't go wrong with Old Abes, though, too.
Old Abes is kind of a cool. Instead of calling it Eagles, it's called Old Abes.
Team
and then the Crickets. There is a Dragons team somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Isn't it Siren Dragons?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And then the Cheesemakers. Cheesemakers didn't do anything for me. That's just you
gotta-
pandering
it's
to the Wisconsin folks.
How about the Papermakers? We could have picked them.
You could have done that.
Nakusa Papermakers as
Yeah,
well.
done it Nakusa, not Kimberly.
Yeah.
though.
To be honest, I think Galloping Ghost is probably the most interesting of all of them. I mean, a Galloping Ghost.
Yeah, I remember in the football games at Kaukauna, they actually have a Galloping Ghost ride out on a horse to the football field and hand the game ball to the official.
They don't do that anymore, no, because the horse sometimes would do what horses do.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
well, at least on a
do
turf, it'd be
what
easy
horses
to
would
clean
do.
up.
Maybe the greatest nickname of all time takes place up in the UP is the Nimrods, though.
That's Nimrods. That's what it was.
Waters meet Nimrods.
Nimrods.
I think,
Wow.
Can you imagine that? What school do you? What was your mascot? The Nimrods. Oh, nice. That's real
Well,
nice.
it feels good. I think that's got to be 4 or 5 victories for me now.
That's
this
right.
season.
1,
Getting
3,
kind of used to it.
2. So yeah, again, Brett's winning list was Hodags, Old Abes, Crickets, and Cheesemakers.
I want to make a shout out to Kari Brecky. She was watching our live stream last night from New Hampshire, the former Appleton North standout guard. I gave her a follow on Twitter. She has yet to return the favor.
Maybe she don't like you.
I don't understand
like
that.
you.
I'll follow her
likes
too. We'll see who gets it first.
Yeah. Give me a break. Come on, Kari.
Nobody follows me on Twitter though, so it's all right.
Yeah, that's okay. She follows me, and that's all that matters. So, but she did say she was watching the show. She was watching the live stream, and she put your name on there.
She did. So why not follow me? I followed you,
Great
Kari.
player.
Maybe
we wish
she's
her the
at
best.
practice right
Do you
now.
have some Queen "We Are the Champion" for me as we go
No,
out?
you
here?
can't
no.
play copyright music. You can't play it.
Sorry.
Nope,
I can
can't
sing
play
it.
it.
Can I sing it?
No,
Can I even sing it?
it's
Okay.
copyrighted music. You can't.
Can I
play that.
hum it?
Nope.
Dang.
Feels
You
good.
can't. Right. You can't even think about it. Really.
Oh.
I don't want to. We don't want to get in trouble.
What
here.
about barking it like that one dog does the
Yeah.
Christmas
Maybe.
song?
Well, unless we could play it if we review it. I guess that's the little loophole.
We better not.
No, we
Yeah.
better not do that. But good stuff. Well, hey, thank you everyone for tuning in for another episode of the R&B Show. This was it.
This was it for 2018.
Yeah,
We're all-
2018.
we're
We had a
all-
great year. Everyone have. We're not again. I guess we have to. Let everyone know we're not having a show next week.
We're all pretty much down next week because of the holiday week.
That's right. So enjoy the holidays. Enjoy your presents. Enjoy the good cheer. Brett, try to be happy.
I'll try.
I know Christmas ain't your thing, but try to.
Christmas takes forever. This
right.
has been going on since October. Let's get it over with already.
You're not very jolly.
Keep watching those Hallmark
Just watch
movies.
Rudy again,
Yeah.
Brett.
Just keep watching Rudy. All right.
Actually, I just watched Christmas Vacation. That kind of got me in a little bit.
So
more.
we're going to
you
be
go.
back. Is it Wednesday,
Better move.
January 3rd?
I think so. And then, but tonight we still have Varsity Roundtable.
That's
so
right.
One more,
By the way,
show to do.
January 3rd is my birthday.
Yeah, we don't care.
Special birthday edition of the R&B Show and Varsity Roundtable. So
There'll be cake?
with that said, I don't know. Are you bringing me cake, Rosie?
Who knows? Maybe I'll
You're
bring
throwing
one
the
of
ball
those
this time.
Pepperidge Farm
If you do
things.
that, expense it. So
Okay.
there you go. But yeah, everyone have a great holiday week.
You throw it today.
Oh, I don't want to throw it today.
All right,
That's
here we
your
go.
thing,
Ready?
baby. Go ahead. Oh, you missed.
Wow.
Dude, you're horrible.
What was that?
Oh, he's
too
going to
afraid
work
to hit
on
the
that. You
camera.
weren't even close.
That was my
dude.
worst throw of the year.
That was like
Yikes.
that was like Rogers.
Let it go.
Rogers trying to hit the deep pass.
was.